Have you ever looked in the mirror and fixated on something about yourself that nobody else seems to notice, and it seems massive? Same here. For me, it started when I was a toddler and followed me all the way to adulthood. We're talking about body dysmorphia, self-perception, and learning to embrace what we once saw as flaws. Hey my beautiful people, and welcome to Ishi Maisha with Miss Unati G, your weekly dose of real conversations, motivation, lifestyle, and that radiant glow. So grab your tea and your glow serum and let's get into it. When I was around 2 or 3 years old, my mom noticed that I have knocked knees, and she consulted with the orthopedic clinic in East London at the Free Hospital, and later on I was prescribed corrective shoes. I wore these for about 6 months. Now, I may not remember a lot, but I do know that I did not enjoy wearing those shoes. I know I used to have tantrums. I know I used to cry a lot. And these are from stories that I'll hear from my siblings and relatives. The shoes did help to alleviate and improve my knocked knees, but this still did not take away the fact that I was teased a lot about my knocked knees, and that gave me insecurities about my legs, and I fixated on my legs. So I did not partake a lot in school activities or sports activities because I felt or thought that I couldn't run or I couldn't be as active because of my knocked knees or my legs. Added on to this, a couple of years later, in my late teens, pre-20s, I noticed that I have varicose veins. Now, varicose veins can either be inherited or you can get them from, depending on your work conditions or where you work, you're standing a lot, you can get varicose veins. So now add this on to having the knocked knees and I've got varicose veins. I was not impressed with myself or my legs at all. At any given moment, I would notice, fixate, and look at my legs and just try and find ways to always keep them covered. Now, it's pretty difficult to cover your legs when you're in your 20s, wanting to be out in mini skirts, wanting to be in shorts. I come from a town where we've got the beach, so that limited me a lot, and that made me conscious about my legs. That feeling did not stop at all. It just kept piling on later into my 20s when I started gaining weight, and I felt very uncomfortable and very conscious about my legs and my perception of what do I wear in public. How do people see me in public? Do they notice my varicose veins and my knocked knees and cellulite? So my personal perception about my legs is very magnified because I constantly look and pay attention to every part of my leg, my varicose veins, my knocked knees, my cellulite. Here's the thing about body dysmorphia. It's like you're looking at yourself through a distorted mirror, or it just seems to look much more bigger and you notice it even more. I still do this in my late 40s. I will walk past a mirror and still notice and fixate on my legs, more so when I'm wearing certain clothing as well, and that I'm trying to find and stand in my own confidence. It still creeps in, and almost at every moment I will want to change my outfit based on the fact that I know that I can see my legs. How much more will it be that somebody else is going to notice my varicose veins and my cellulite? So it's a mental loop that's always there, but one has to find a way to just break through it. Over the years, I've learned to stand firm in who I am as a grown woman, as well as wanting to stand fully in who I am and how I dress. So I will wear shorts now and then because I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm learning to embrace my body through every part of my journey in life. As much as people will come and say, I've got beautiful legs, I love you all and thank you for the comments. But there are days where I feel so horrible and that I hate my legs because I still pay so much attention to the cellulite, to the varicose veins and the knocked knees. And people can be very mean. A couple of years ago, I'm walking out from a mall to my car and I notice these two ladies are busy sort of talking and pointing towards me. I'm wearing shorts because it's quite hot. And as we got closer, they literally stared and commented. They even got to a point where they said it to my face. When I asked them, is there something wrong? They said, "Hi bo, I was born by when emilenze emibi." And in English, this was, don't you know that you've got ugly legs? They continue to say I shouldn't wear shorts in public because I've got ugly legs and I need to go to gym. That hurt so much in that moment, but I had to be confident and I had to stand my ground. And I stood and I said, this is what God has blessed me with and this is what I have. I do go to gym and I'm definitely trying to do things, but I do think the way that you're approaching and speaking to me, it's not polite, and I walked away from them. I got into my car and I bawled my eyes out. It hurts much more when somebody is still teasing me versus approaching me now that I'm an adult. And I would appreciate if you come to me as another adult and you ask me, what's wrong with your legs? Why do you have veins? Are they painful? And I'll have a conversation with you about them. But rather teasing me about something that I can't physically change or do anything about it, and it's something that I'm personally dealing with, that is something different. And I do hope that as a community and society, we can be more open to understanding that teasing or pointing to somebody else's body and talking to them, or while they're in your face or passing them, is quite harmful and hurtful. And we do need to find a way to be a little bit more understanding and not be harmful with our words. Learning to love what I once hated. Over time, I noticed that I have to make a couple of changes. I can either continue hating my legs for the rest of my life, or I can change my mindset. So this is what I did. I reframed my thinking. Instead of hating my legs, I started appreciating them. I mean, I've walked kilometers with my legs and ran kilometers. I started doing marathons. There's so many things that I enjoy now in life, and I appreciate my legs for getting me there. Staying active. I'm committed to doing 10,000 steps a day of walking. And a new one that I've just learned is that cycling is good for varicose veins. That means my bicycle lessons need to come back. Breaking the cycle of body shaming and teasing. For me, this came full circle when those two ladies approached me. I stood my ground and in my confidence and spoke up for myself and stood for who I am and the body that I have, and the fact that, hey, I love my body and I'm learning to embrace it fully as it is. Added to this, I've also now been able to wear what I want. I still think about it, but I fully still go forward and wear what I want to wear. So if I'm going to be in shorts, I'm going to be in shorts, and confidently in shorts as well. No more hiding and no more allowing my insecurities to cloud me or keep me from keeping up with fashion. What about you? Have you noticed that you fixate about something on your body that nobody else seems to notice? I'd love to hear from you, and let's talk about it. Share your story in the comments. And don't worry, you're not alone. There's a few of us, and it doesn't matter which part of your journey you are in life, we're going through the same things. So if there's anything to take away from the story, is that the world sees us differently to what we see ourselves. And we have the power to shift our own mindset to positively think better and want to be better people. If this video resonates with you, give it a like, share your comments below, and please, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, stay bold, stay glowing, and stay you. Ishi Maisha.